The king of vlogging himself, Casey Neistat, has released this video entirely written by AI, and I figured I would give my thoughts, because what better do I have to do? Welcome back, or welcome to the channel. My name is Finn Badgley. I'm a commercial photographer, model, and all-around content creator, and let's just jump into it at this point. And we have ads. I also love that when you get to a certain point, you can just say to write a script for video based off of videos that you make, and it can actually do it. He's using GPT-4 and basically creating an entire screenplay for his own video and then filming it. A day in downtown Manhattan.
Welcome back to the vlog. Today we're exploring downtown Manhattan.
I don't think Casey Neistat has ever uttered those words in that. Okay.
Let's go.
Here we go. All right, that makes sense.
Downtown Manhattan is such a vibrant and diverse part of the city. This right here is One World Trade Center. It's an iconic landmark and a symbol of strength and resilience.
Why does this sound like a corporate video, like something written by like a tourism board, but also one that isn't like, yeah, okay. Oculus is always cool.
The Oculus is not only a transportation hub, but also an architectural marvel.
So it's just doing like it's turned him into a tour guide of like, oh, look at this place, look at this place, look at this place. Where usually in a Casey Neistat video, I find you'd find more substance to it, more like, here's, for one, why I'm at this place, here's what's going on here. There's more of a story there, whereas this, it's just like, oh, here's this thing, and then there's this thing, and then there's this thing, and then there's this thing. And there's no real, it's very like surface.
Let's take a quick look inside Brookfield Place, one of my favorite spots in downtown Manhattan. This is the Winter Garden Atrium. It's a great place to relax, grab a bite, or just enjoy the view.
The tonality and the language here is very un-Casey.
And now, let's pay Candace a quick visit.
I mean, it's aware of Candace, so that's, I guess, huh.
Hi.
What's new at the office, Candace?
We're working on some exciting new projects, but it's top secret for now. You have to wait and see.
Sounds intriguing.
It's a very, like, forced conversation. There's not a lot of...
Battery Park is a great place to unwind and take in the views of the Statue of Liberty. There she is, Lady Liberty.
Oh, dear God.
You can't visit downtown Manhattan without stopping by the Charging Bull. That's it for today's tour of downtown Manhattan. I hope you enjoyed exploring with me.
Now, I'm sure he's going to share his thoughts in a moment, but what that felt like is... I find Casey, one thing he was really good at is capturing the spirit of New York and capturing the essence of it and becoming this, like, having it be this, like, tourist thing that, you know, it's like the AI is aware that he captures the spirit of New York, and the only way that it condensed to do that is by going to all these places at very surface level. It doesn't do that. There's like that sauce, that spice that's missing. It's flavorless. It's like when you cook and you don't put anything into it. There's no sauce, there's no seasoning, there's no spice of life in there. And it's just, I mean, I guess being AI, it's just robotic, which I guess is a good thing. Being like a content creator, being a photographer, being a creative, I guess that's good because the art still has the art that comes from artists still has the soul, still has the voice, whereas AI doesn't. And I'm sure you could go through and like prompt it more to get more of an accurate result, but I don't know. I'm just gonna stop talking and let him share his thoughts.
That was the worst. That was the worst video I've ever made. That video sucked.
Yeah.
And it
I'm not gonna
sucked
lie,
because
I agree.
it had no humanity. It had no depth to it, no soul to it. Which brings me to my take on where AI meets creativity, at least as it stands right now in 2023. AI has no soul. And I think creativity, whether it's like music or YouTube videos or a painting or whatever else it might be, the greater humanity that is embodied within that creative expression, the more it means to you, me, the viewer, the listener. It's like a really sad song that brings you to tears. You know whoever wrote that song or whoever's singing that song, you know that they were feeling something when they wrote those lyrics, when they said those lyrics. When Ghostface Killah said, 15 of us in a 3-bedroom apartment, roaches everywhere, cousins and aunts was there. Like, you know that he experienced that and that affects you.
That's so true because there's no like AI can take based off of the words of the lived experiences of people, but it doesn't have the feeling of being there and knowing what that feels like and knowing how that feels like for you and translating that into a medium that makes sense for you. Artists will take inspiration from everything and then from their own lives and create their own thing, whereas this takes inspiration from everything and creates something that's a lot more hollow as a result because it doesn't have that lived experience to blend with it and add the humanity and the soul.
And this vlog is just so basic. There's no depth to it. The writing that the AI provided me with, and in GPT-4's defense, GPT-4 is the AI program that I use to write this video. In its defense, I could have gone deeper with the prompts and perhaps it could have faked having a soul a little bit more. But as it stands now, it felt robotic. It felt basic.
Yeah.
It felt like a photocopy of a photocopy of a photocopy of something that maybe was good. Maybe it'll get better. I kind of hope it doesn't because I like creative expression when it originates with humans and not with robots. But for now,
Me too, honestly.
For now, I think I'm going to go back to using my my human, organic, non AI brain to write my videos.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's hit the nail on the head perfectly. Like, for something that is so creative, so expressive, AI just doesn't hit the mark. And I don't think it's necessarily meant to. It can be used as a super powerful tool to take away the boring, mundane aspects of what it takes to hit the mark later on. Yeah, it takes away some of the things that maybe are tedious and you don't want to do. At the end of it, the creativity, the soul comes from the creator. And I think that's what sets everyone apart. So, you know, you've been hearing a lot of talk about people fearing that their jobs are going to disappear because of AI and that everything's going to change. And everything probably will change, but probably not in the way we think. And I think this is just more evidence of that. So that's kind of my opinion on this. But let me know what you thought of this video, what you thought of Casey's video, and ultimately what you think of AI. Is it a tool that you've been using? Is it something you've been playing around with? My cat is trying to say hi, but let me know ultimately what your thoughts are. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell for all future videos. Work hard, rest often, and as always, my friends, I'll see you on the next one.